Hey everyone, welcome to the second week of January 2025 Railfan updates and announcements. There is an exciting donor match fundraiser for the Wiscasset, Waterville, and Farmington Railway's locomotive number 11 being built from the ground up. A member and longtime supporter of the railroad has a challenge for the railroad to raise $60,000 for the project this year 2025. Every donation up to $60,000 will be matched dollar for dollar, therefore raising $120,000. Over in Connecticut, the Great Granite Railroad has acquired a third steam locomotive, a Baldwin 240 locomotive. And according to John, locomotive number 95 is nearing completion, and locomotive number 7 is waiting for some machining work. Coming March 2nd this year, another train show will take place in New Jersey, specifically at the Mother Seton High School in Clark, New Jersey. There is free parking and breakfast and lunch will be available. And this event is sponsored by the Jersey Central chapter of the National Railway Historical Society. The Rock Hill Trolley Museum has acquired Lewistown car number 23 and York car number 162 from the Middletown and Hummelstown Railroad and were recently being prepped to head for their new home at the time I made this video. I am very excited to share another significant update on the Pennsylvania Railroad K4S 1361's restoration, as the Strasburg Railroad's mechanical department will handle the reconditioning of the 1361's driving wheels. This growing team effort will help speed up the restoration to completion. The wheels actually arrived at Strasburg just before the holidays, and it is anticipated that the work will only take 3 to 4 months to complete. Also, the museum mentioned a gentleman named Ernie McClellan as the on-site project manager for the museum. McClellan is a veteran railroader who served as Director of Mechanical Operations in the Keystone Division, General Superintendent of Norfolk Southern's Juniata Shops, and the Director of Locomotive Programs. FMW Solutions' recent work on 1361 consisted of fabrication and enclosure of the outer firebox, completing 2 boiler flush patches, extensive riveting, and started installation of the inner firebox. Additional work anticipated for 2025 includes frame, shoe, and wedge machining, spring rigging repairs, trailing truck equalization, steam chest repairs, and continued boiler and firebox work. According to the Railroaders Memorial Museum, all of the pledges and contributions has the entire project well over half funded. The museum's fundraising goal for this year is over $500,000 for 1361, and I'm very confident that can be achieved when we all work together, including watching more of my videos as they help this channel contribute more to 1361 and other restoration projects. Also happening in Pennsylvania, the photo you see here isn't the most recent, but has been reported that the Pittsburgh Terrible Trolley has received a fresh coat of primer paint. At the Aberdeen, Carolina and Western Railroad in North Carolina, there will be Romance on the Rail specials on February 13th, 14th, and the 16th. These trips are about 2 to 2.5 hours long and are for ages 18 years or older. We have more exciting news further south as the Florida Adventures in Railroading and the Port Orange Railway Society have reached an agreement with the Florida Georgia Railway Heritage Museum to operate Port Orange Railway Tank Engine number 7 on the St. Mary's Railroad once it is restored to operation. The Grambling Locomotive Works has been selected to perform the restoration work on number 7 with a target date of return to service in late 2026 or early 2027. Donations are needed to complete the restoration as well. Back in the Mid-Atlantic region, the Reading and Northern Railroad has acquired more passenger cars due to an increase in ridership on their excursion trains. 7 passenger cars were previously used on special excursions on the North Shore Short Line railroads. At the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad, there will be Allegheny Winter Express excursions starting today, January 18th. Every Saturday and Sunday, there will be 2 departures out of Cumberland, Maryland, at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Coach class passengers can purchase the brunch buffet, while brunch and munch meals are included for the dome and lounge class passengers. Also an important note, only 1 p.m. departure trains will have a 1 hour and 45-minute layover in Frostburg, while the 9 a.m. departures don't, so plan accordingly. The Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum in Chattanooga recently received a flat car as a donation from the Tennessee Valley Authority, or TVA. and this flat car came from the Sequoia nuclear power plant. After a little hiatus, the nickel-plate Road 765 will be returning to the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, which is about a 20-minute drive south of Cleveland. The Steam in the Valley excursions will start at the Rockside Station from April 25th to 27th and from May 2nd to the 4th this year. And tickets will go on sale to the general public on Wednesday, February 5th at 9 a.m. The Illinois Railway Museum has begun the construction of Barn 15 to protect more historic rail equipment from the weather elements. This building will be 464 feet long with 1,784 feet of indoor track space. To make donations to this effort, select the indoor storage donation option via the link in the description. The Fox River Trolley Museum is also raising funds to build a barn to protect more of their collection from the weather. Fundraising is already off to a great start because over $10,000 has been raised at the time I made this video. On top of that, an anonymous donor stepped in and will match donations up to $53,000 dollar for dollar. The National Railroad Museum in Green Bay, Wisconsin has begun the restoration on Union Pacific Dome Car number 8003 thanks to a grant from the David L. and Rita E. Nelson Family Foundation. The end goal of this project is to cosmetically restore the car to when it was first placed into service in 1955. The San Bernardino Railroad Historical Society crews have been hard at work restoring an old baggage car previously used by Amtrak and will be used as a tool car for Santa Fe number 3751. Also in California, it has been reported that all of the Napa Valley Wine Train's passenger cars have received roller bearings, and thanks to their new federal grant, the tourist operation has 2 more switcher locomotives on the way this year to replace the older locomotives. Southern Pacific's 1744's restoration still continues to progress as more flexible stay bolts and sleeves have been added to the firebox. Now, across the pond in the UK, the world-famous Flying Scotsman steam locomotive will visit the Nene Valley Railway for excursion runs and other special events starting on Saturday, February 22nd this year. Thank you all so much for watching this video and showing your continued support for this channel and for rail preservation. Don't forget to click on the links below in the description to learn more, buy your tickets, or donate. And of course, to stay up to date on more Railfan updates and announcements videos in the future, click on the subscribe button and select the receive all notifications option after clicking the bell. I will leave a playlist of the Railfan updates and announcements videos on the left, as well as another video that YouTube will recommend for you on the right. And as a reminder, hit that like button and comment your excitement down below, as that will help this YouTube channel support more rail preservation projects. This is Transcontinental Railfan, out.